not control the naming of tropical storms. Instead, there is a strict procedure established by the World's Meteorological Organization for Atlantic hurricanes. There is a list of male and female names which are used on a 6-year rotation. The only time that there is a change is if the storm is so deadly or costly that the future use of its name on a different storm would be inappropriate. These are the names of the storms for the 2025 Atlantic hurricane season: Andrea, Barry, Chantal, Dexter, Erin, Fernand, Gabrielle, Umberto, Imelda, Jerry, Karen, Lorenzo, Melissa, Nestor, Olga, Pablo, Rebecca, Sebastian, Tanya, Van, Wendy. This public service announcement was brought to you by the Broadcasting Corporation of the Bahamas in conjunction with the Disaster Risk Management Authority.
Your number one team in the North. Only the sun covers the Bahamas better.
And that's going to do it for us here in the North. I'm Raven Davis.
And I'm Jay Philippe Raven. I'm Jay Philippe.
Thank you so much for tuning in. The Bahamas Tonight is coming your way next. They're on your screen.
ZNS News is brought to you by the new BTC. Fiber is here. Faster, stronger, more reliable. Together, we are unstoppable. Switch today.
First at 11. The all-cleared issued for the central and southeast Bahamas, much to the relief of residents and officials as the dangerous storm makes that northward turn towards the United States. Also, the Bahamas is still on track to cut debt and grow the economy, according to the government, notwithstanding concerns from some stakeholders. Tonight, we re-examine those fiscal targets. And a man arraigned in court for falsely impersonating a police officer. Those details straight ahead. The Bahamas Tonight at 11 starts now. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the broadcast. With Hurricane Erin passing the Bahamas, the all-clear was issued for the central and southeast Bahamas and the Turks and Caicos Islands at 3 o'clock this afternoon. That means tropical storm warnings for the southeast Bahamas and the Turks and Caicos Islands, and the tropical storm watch for the central Bahamas have ended. Chief Meteorologist Basil Dean joins us live with this wrap-up of Erin and what's next. Good evening, Basil.
Good evening, Royston. Well, Erin is now pulling away from the Bahamas at 8 o'clock this evening. It was some 585 miles to the southwest of Bermuda. Packing winds now of just 105 miles per hour, making it a Category 2 hurricane. But despite that, heavy swells generated by this system will continue to affect the Bahamas over the next several days, generating very dangerous and life-threatening surf and rip currents. So we're asking beachgoers to simply stay out of the water for the next several days, and boaters traversing the waters, particularly along the more easterly islands of the Bahamas, to simply stay in port. Now, we do have some feeder bands still working its way across the southeast Bahamas and the Turks and Caicos Islands, and that will generate occasional showers and even an isolated thunderstorm or two during the course of the night and tomorrow. But as Erin continues to lift towards the north, we will see a reduction in those showers over the next several days. And our live weather radar, again, depicting still having some isolated thunderstorms. You can see the lightning strikes here on our map. And that's going to do it for our evening weather outlook.
Thank you so much, Basil. The southern and central Bahamas sustaining minimal impact from Hurricane Erin as it makes that northward turn towards the United States and Bermuda over the next few days. Here's San Salvador and Rum Key Administrator Frances Hepburn Barr.
In Rum Key, they're just experiencing on and off rains, nothing heavy at the moment, and also about 10 to 20 knots in winds. In San Salvador, the weather remains the same, light heavy winds, at times rough seas, overcast skies, intermittent downpour of rain every now and then. No reports of flooding, just some rough seas.
Meanwhile, Mayagüana's administrator, Deirdre Fox, is pleased that residents there stayed safe and secure.
Mayagüana did not experience any damages from the hurricane's passing. I want to thank the DRM authority for staying on top of this hurricane and the needs of our people. Thanks to my team in Mayagüana, who did a fantastic job on the ground over the last few days. Bahamas Air could not land today as scheduled, but it's always better to err on the side of caution and stay safe. May God continue to bless the Bahamas.
Meanwhile, Long Island's Deputy Chief Counselor David Pinder Jr. described the weather conditions there now that the tropical storm watch for the central Bahamas has been discontinued.
The weather condition here is pretty fair, with most of the day being sunny, with few off and on quick moving showers of rain. The seas are a bit choppy and the winds are still moderate. So the day was basically a pretty normal day here for us in Long Island.
Now that Hurricane Erin is safely moving away from our area, the National Disaster Emergency Operations Center and Family Island Incidents Command Center were deactivated at 4 o'clock this afternoon. Disaster Risk Management Authority Managing Director Erin Sargent confirmed that islands under tropical storm warnings and watches did not experience much impact. But now with 2 other systems lingering in the Atlantic, he urges Bahamians not to let their guard down and to always remain prepared.
While we are grateful that Erin has spared our islands, each of us must ask ourselves, if it had not, would I have been ready? If your answer is nothing or anything but a confident yes, then now is the time to act. Don't wait. Get storm ready. You can find information to prepare at getready.gov.bs. The Disaster Risk Management Authority, together with our partners, will remain vigilant. We urge every resident to do the same. Preparedness is a whole-of-country effort.
The government is pushing back at concerns raised by the Fiscal Responsibility Council, saying the Bahamas is still on track to cut debt and grow the economy. In a statement today, the government declared that their fiscal plan will reduce the debt-to-GDP ratio to 50% by 2030, while still protecting families and funding social programs. They pointed to targeted VAT cuts on essential items, new tax enforcement, and digital upgrades as part of the efforts to ease the cost of living and strengthen revenue streams. Government maintains reforms to pensions, state-owned enterprises, and energy will contain costs long-term, while debt repayments remain a top priority. They insist allowing state-owned enterprises to handle capital projects is not about hiding spending, but about speeding up development, promising more transparent reporting. While acknowledging areas for improvement, the government welcomed the council's independent oversight, stressing that the Bahamas is moving in the right direction and remains committed to fiscal discipline, growth, and protecting the most vulnerable. Meanwhile, the country's blue economy getting a major boost today as the government enters a deal with the Inter-American Development Bank that will propel the industry even further and create hundreds of new economic opportunities for Bahamians. Corval Pyfron reports from the Office of the Prime Minister.
Well, the blue economy contributes as much as an estimated 21% to GDP, and when you factor in direct impacts, it's said to reach as much as 50%. Therefore, this new loan agreement signed today between the government and the Inter-American Development Bank is a moment, the IDB country representative Shirley Gale says, has been long anticipated.
The loan aims to support activities of micro, small, and medium enterprises operating within the blue economy sector.
This $30 million, the Prime Minister says, will be used for, among other things, to help small and medium-sized businesses to build capacity at BAMSI and to help with mitigation efforts in the fight against climate change.
$17,735,000 will support small and medium-sized enterprises with small loans, grants, and guarantees for developing sustainable tourism, aquaculture, and mariculture initiatives. Under Component 2, $5,050,000 is designated for BAMSI-related activities. And finally, $4,770,000 is allocated for Component 3, which will fund ongoing activities to mitigate the effects of climate change in the Bahamas.
As for timelines, the specifics haven't been ironed out yet, but officials were able to provide this insight.
Generally, our projects are the standard time for execution and disbursement is 5 years. However, based on the progress over that time, there's a possibility to extend.
Multiple government ministries and quasi-government entities will contribute to the project's implementation, including the Ministries of Finance, Economic Affairs, Tourism and Aviation, BAMSI, the Small Business Development Center, and the Bahamas Development Bank. Project leaders are expected to consult broadly with civil society for input and guidance on activities within the project's framework.
If you're listening there and it sounded as though the math wasn't mathing, well, you're right. And the explanation given to us as to why this doesn't add up to $13 million from the Economics Affairs Minister Alquitas is that this project is being done through counterparty financing. The IDB throws in roughly 90% of the $30 million, and the government then makes up the difference. For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Corvell Pyfrom.
Certainly an important project. Thanks, Corvell. At Tuesday's contract signing, Prime Minister Davis was asked whether this project will have any impact on development at the Grand Lucayne Resort in Grand Bahama. The acquisition of the resort and its adjacent golf course was finalized back in May after the government sold those assets to real estate investment firm Concord Wilshire Capital for $120 million. Mr. Davis affirmed that the IDB loan holds opportunities for all Bahamians, including those in Grand Bahama. He also provided some details on when work could begin at the site.
We've gotten updates, and yes, part of this loan will be able to fund one or two entrepreneurs who may want to open their own little business when that development is up and going. The timeline given will be because of the components. It should be, part of the components should be up and going by January of next year.
Still to come, ZNS's General Manager talks leadership. You're watching the Bahamas Tonight at 11. More news in just a moment.
Step into a life of luxury and convenience with the Commonwealth Bank Platinum Card. From earning premium cashback rewards on every dollar spent to enjoying comprehensive travel insurance, shop with confidence, knowing your purchases are protected. Our Platinum Concierge service turns your requests into reality, wherever life takes you. Let the Commonwealth Bank Platinum Card be your passport to exceptional experiences. Commonwealth Bank, leader in personal banking services.
Welcome to the Intra-African Trade Fair 2025, the gateway to abundant opportunity, the platform for more, access to a continent with more makers and creators, more technology and manufacturing capabilities, more innovators and collaborators, more information and knowledge, a continent of opportunities for business in more markets and resources that accelerate progress and create space for more infrastructure, connectivity and networking, more creativity, production, and more deals for the people. Afrexim Bank, in collaboration with the African Union Commission and the AFCFTA Secretariat, brings you the 4th Intra-African Trade Fair, hosted by the People's Democratic Republic of Algeria. Over 2,000 exhibitors, 35,000 plus attendees, 140 plus countries, $44 billion in trade and investment opportunities. Register now and enter the gateway to new opportunities.
From the Daily Crime Report, it was shortly before 10 o'clock this morning when police say a 60-year-old man told them that while he was sitting on his jitney collecting passengers in the Farrington Road area, an unknown male boarded the jitney and asked him for money. He informed the male that he didn't have any. The man then produced a sharp object and stabbed him to the neck before fleeing the scene. Police say a woman was also assaulted during the suspect's escape. The victim then drove to the Criminal Investigation Department and requested police assistance. Emergency medical services responded and transported the victim to the hospital, where he is listed in serious condition. Police swiftly arrested a 39-year-old male in reference to this incident in the area of Horseshoe Drive. The suspect is also assisting police with an investigation into 2 stabbings that occurred yesterday and early this morning on University Drive and College Avenue, respectively, that resulted in 2 men being hospitalized. Investigations continue into both matters. A 20-year-old man was arraigned in a magistrate's court today for unlawfully having police accoutrements and falsely pretending to be a public officer. Those charges stem from an incident that made the rounds on social media, where police discovered that a male was dressed in police paraphernalia, pretending to be a police officer in the Goodmans Bay area. The man pleaded not guilty to the charges and was granted $5,000 bail. The matter was adjourned to September 9th for trial. Meanwhile, 13 Haitian nationals, 10 men and 3 women, along with a Cuban woman, pled guilty to overstaying and illegal landing charges in Magistrates Court number 3 today. They were ordered to pay over $10,000 in fines or serve between 2 months to 1 year at the Bahamas Department of Corrections. All individuals will be turned over to the Department of Immigration for deportation upon payment of fines or completion of sentences. Many Bahamians had to bear the brunt of Air Canada's flight attendants union strike that began this past Saturday. Some 10,000 Air Canada flight attendants didn't show up for work just after midnight, grounding air services around the world. The Canadian Union of Public Employees and Air Canada struck a deal early this morning after 9 hours of talks. While Air Canada's president and chief executive officer advised customers to be patient as full restoration of services may require a week or more, Director of Aviation Dr. Kenneth Romer delivered this good news.
Well, we are pleased to confirm that Air Canada has announced that it will gradually resume service today after reaching a mediated settlement with its flight attendants union, allowing customers to once again book and fly with confidence. We do expect a resumption of the airline's scheduled Nassau operations beginning tomorrow. I wish to commend the management and the staff of Nassau Flight Services. They are the agency responsible for facilitating ground handling services for Air Canada, along with the Nassau Airport Development Team and many of our other industry stakeholders who have been assisting displaced passengers and ensuring service recovery over the past few days. We certainly look forward to sustained and expanded service from this very important Canadian market, and we will keep the traveling community updated on any further developments.
Meanwhile, members of the Rotary Club of Nassau spent their weekly meeting Tuesday learning more about the topic of leadership. ZNS General Manager Clint Watson delivered the presentation in a timely message specifically for the workplace.
Leadership requires you to always put people first. See, here's what happened to your organization when you put people first. People will protect and improve your product. Your product will improve your company. And your stellar company will have influence in your country.
The advice of ZNS's general manager to the civic activists is to always remember your purpose in all that you do, as that position provides a clear vision of what to expect, but also what is being attacked. While leading ZNS over the past 2+ years, Watson says he has worked to elevate many, not from a place of ego, but to simply allow the opportunity of success to be within the grasp of all staff, something he sees as his legacy.
So there's always a dark force that will fight you because you're freeing people's minds. And that happens. So on the progress and on the road to success in leading people, I encountered many hurdles. People would do write-ups publicly that were lies. They would put negative, oh, ZNS falling apart. What that Clint Watson doing up there? Oh, the morale never been so low. You literally have people, and understand, no one can attack your organization unless they have people within connected to them. So you have to understand that in your organization, everybody can get with the program.
Michelle Knowles has a look at what's coming up in sports tonight. Michelle?
Buddy Hield gives back in a big way. Details of that story and more coming up in sports.
The internet isn't just for surfing. There's a sea of shoppers buying online, and you can connect with them on Tingsy. Tingsy is the SBDC's online storefront built for Bahamians. Take your business to the next level by selling to customers online, both at home and around the world. People want Bahamian things, and if you got things to sell, sell on Tingsy. Find out how you can connect with a sea of buyers by visiting tingsybahamas.com.
Welcome to your Tuesday Sports Check, everyone. I'm Amajal Knowles. Topping sports over the weekend, the Buddy Hield Foundation marked another major milestone with its 11th annual basketball camp and back-to-school giveaway at the Pinedale Community Park. Over 650 kids were supported, making this the largest turnout since the program began. Students walked away with backpacks, Nike shoes and shirts, vouchers, school supplies, and more. And of course, Buddy spent the day signing autographs, taking photos, reminding parents and students why giving back to the community that raised them will always be at the heart of his foundation's work.
That's something me and my family and the Buddy Hield Foundation take heed on, just coming back and giving back to the community where I grew up on, and just help less fortunate families and put a smile on these kids' face. And just glad I'm blessed to be in a position to just be here, and I thank God for just giving me the open hearts to come on and just bless my community. And hopefully, as years to come, we can figure out the best of the whole Grand Bahama Island and branch off and blessing the whole Bahamas.
Over in Paraguay, Team Bahamas adding to its medal count at the Junior Pan Am Games, but also making history in the process. Eliza Denning captured the gold in sailing despite challenging conditions, even overcoming a disqualification in one of her 5 races. Denning held off a strong field of competitors to end the regatta in the top spot. She consistently finished in the top 6 with the 2 first-place races as well. Denning's medal is the first gold medal for the Bahamas at the Junior Pan American Games level in any sport. It's the country's first gold of Asuncion 2025. Brings the Bahamas' medal count to 4, including a bronze from Xavier Johnson in judo and a silver from Lamar Taylor in swimming. Switching gears, in tennis news, the Bahamas' Billie Jean King Cup teams are already off to a strong start at the 2025 BJKC America's Zone 3 in Santa Tecla, El Salvador. Bahamas is being represented by Sydney Nicole Clark, Simone Pratt, Jalissa Clark, and Safara Ferguson. The team took care of business yesterday 2-1 in the opening tie of Group B play against Trinidad and Tobago. Simone Pratt taking down Charlotte Reddy in straight sets 6-love and 6-love, and Clark would defeat her opponent in straight sets as well.
I'm very grateful to once again be a part of the Billie Jean King Cup team. I am super excited and looking forward to seeing how the rest of the week plays out. We were able to defeat Trinidad today 2-1. Unfortunately, we didn't get the win in doubles, but I think with the momentum we're building, hopefully it gives us the advantage as the days go on this week. I was really excited with I was really pleased with my performance in my singles. I felt as though it was my opponent, she competed really well, but what separated me was I was able to come clutch during moments where during certain moments where we were tied. First set, both were serving well, going game for game, so I felt as though I was able to separate myself and come clutch.
To the pool, the Bahamas' Goodwill swim team returning home yesterday, but of course not without some hardware. The junior swimmers delivered another remarkable performance to extend their winning streak to 3 at the 2025 Goodwill Swimming Championships in Bridgetown, Barbados. The 242 led the standings with a total of 1,324 points. Jamaica was second with 1,230, while Trinidad and Tobago had to settle for third place with a total of 1,028 points. Team Bahamas tallied 110 medals, including 31 gold, 40 silver, and 39 bronze. The team was coached by Dwayne Davis Jr. Let's look at your sports on this Tuesday. Until tomorrow, I'm Almajal Knowles, signing out.
Your home is your sanctuary. The last thing you need to worry about is rodents. Once they enter your property, they can be tough to get out. If you're concerned about rodents, call Rent-A-Kill Initial. We offer the latest, most effective treatment for safe, fast, and long-lasting results. From prevention to elimination, our integrated approach guarantees protection. For rodent control you can trust, there's only one name in the Bahamas: Rent-A-Kill Initial.
It's time now for your full weather breakdown with Chief Meteorologist Basil Dean. Good evening again, Basil.
Good evening, Royson. Erin now pulling away rapidly from the Bahamas. As a result, the Bahamas Department of Meteorology has dropped all the watches and warnings for the central, southeast Bahamas, and the Turks and Caicos Islands. Now, as of 8 o'clock this evening, Erin was some 585 miles to the southwest of Bermuda. It's moving towards the north-northwest at 10 miles per hour, but we expect it to shift more towards the north tomorrow and then towards the northeast on Thursday, and that will continue to keep it away from any landmass. But dangerous sea swells will be the major feature of this system over the next several days, creating very dangerous surf and rip current conditions over the next several days. So we're asking beachgoers to just simply stay out of the waters over the next several days, and small craft, particularly those traversing the waters along the eastern islands of the Bahamas, because you're going to have some very large swells up to 20 feet over the next several days. So that's how things are going to shape up. And in terms of rain showers, we're still going to have some residual showers over the southeast Bahamas. We have that feeder band still over the southeast Bahamas, triggering occasional showers and even some isolated thunderstorms as well. But as Erin continues to lift towards the north, we will see a reduction in those shower activity over the next couple of days. And our temperatures around the Family Valles, Marshall, Babaco at 84, 83 in Green, Tokyo, also Freeport at 83 degrees, Berry Islands 87, Allenstown, Bimini 85. Over in Harbor Island, 83 degrees, Rock, Sandy, Lutra at 85, 84 in Allenstown, Cat Island, Black Point, Exuma 88, another 88 in Camp Space at Andros, Fresh Creek, Central Andros at 87, 84 in San Salvador and Rum Key. Georgetown, Exuma, 1 degree up at 85 degrees, 83 in Ragged Island, Clarence Sound, Long Island, and Crooked Island, Betsy Bay, Meguan 82, Atkins 82, Matchitown, Nago 84, and the Turks and Caicos Islands at 85 degrees. And your forecast tonight, we're looking at humid, breezy this evening with a shower or spot. And even an isolated thunderstorm could work its way into the forecast late tonight during the early morning hours, with the low temperature getting down to 83 degrees. And then tomorrow, we're looking at breezy in the morning with a couple of thunderstorms. Otherwise, partly sunny and hot for the remainder of the day, with your high temperature around 91 degrees. And your extended weather forecast looking like this. We will continue to have the summertime pop-up showers and isolated thunderstorm through Thursday. Come Friday, some clouds move into the area, so we'll have gray skies with morning showers and thunderstorms. That will be short-lived, because by Saturday, we're looking at lots of sunshine returning to our forecast. A couple of showers on Sunday, but the early part of next week is looking pretty nice. But temperature-wise, we're going to keep you in the 90s. So once again, keep yourself hydrated, because those temperatures are going to be pretty warm, and with the relative humidity mixing in there, we're going to have those feel-like temperatures again in the triple digits. You're looking anywhere between 100 107 to about 110 degrees over the next several days. So lots of H2O. Keep yourself in the shade as often as you can to keep yourself nice and cool. Royston.
Thank you so much, Basil. Well, that's going to do it for the Bahamas tonight at 11. Thank you for continuing to make ZNS your first choice for news and information. Only the sun covers the Bahamas better than ZNS. Thank you for watching, and as always, good night.
At Tonic Williams Darling Highway, I'm Tajaro Hudson. This is ZNS.
If a ride through the canyon of good times, leisure, and thrills known as the Caribbean is what you're up for, you've come to the right place. Hello, everyone. I'm Tamara Williams, and welcome once again to Caribbean Passport TV. So you're craving another serving of the destinations, events, and activities that this region is famous for? As always, you can count on us to deliver on the travel-themed entertainment that has made this series what it is. Now it's time to show you what we're made of.
We gather as one, united Caribbean, we join hands in one.
We intend to be true to our theme of Caribbean roots, global excellence, as we reflect on and celebrate and showcase who we truly are. What it will be is the explosive unleashing of the grand reservoir of Caribbean creativity and capacity for celebration. Yes, yes, we have earned this moment, and we must claim it. CariFesta will commemorate where we've come from, where we are at this moment in time, and where we're going on our road to transformation. I want to therefore invite you to join us